People love to collect things. Some people collect mugs. Some people collect toys, old or new, or both. Some people collect thimbles. That's right. I even know a guy that collects used Band-Aids. But one of the most popular things to collect, and probably one of the oldest, is stamps. Everyone's heard of a stamp collection. So when Star Wars came out, you better know it. They found a way to reach Star Wars fans that also collected stamps. Now, I'm sure most of you know what stamps are. They're little stickers that you put on envelopes, or envelopes, depending how you want to say it. And they've been around for centuries. In fact, the stamp was invented by Jerry P. Stamp back in the year 1502. Back then, a lot of people would put letters in their mailbox to send notes and stuff to friends, and it would just sit there in their mailbox. That was until he discovered a sticker in his child's playroom. He, playing around, put a sticker in the top corner of the envelope, and it got mixed up with the other mail and went into the mailbox. But what shocked him is the next morning, that one letter with the sticker on the corner was gone. It had been mailed across the country. And the stamp was born. Finally, a way to send mail across the world was discovered. Thank you, Mr. Stamp. But let's talk about the Star Wars Collector Stamp Album. Not many people know about this, I don't think, and those that do, I don't think they want it. It's not really worth a lot of money for something in the vintage era. But I really like to talk about the obscure stuff that's right there at the beginning of Star Wars. Always a lot of fun. But let's go back to 1975. General Mills, the company that owns Kenner, bought a stamp collector's company named Harris. Now Harris was the Columbia Music House of stamps. You remember that company? This is where you would buy a cassette tape for a penny with a promise to buy another cassette tape at regular price. Or depending on your age, maybe you bought albums or CDs. Not sure what they sell today, if they even do it. A penny download maybe. But anyway, this company was the Columbia House of Stamp Collectors. And General Mills bought them in 1975. So in 1977, when General Mills got the rights for Star Wars, it was easy to see we would get a Star Wars stamp collection. Let's take a look at the stamp collection box. The box came with 24 Star Wars seals, 35 space-themed stamps, 300 stamp hinges used to mount the stamps, and a free plastic magnifying glass. Woo! Looks like something you find in a box of Cracker Jacks. The box set was sold at retailers for a little under $5. There are 2 different box sets released, but it's just an updated box as they both had the same content inside. However, you could also buy the contents in a plastic bag if you wanted to save about $1 at retail. Probably the best thing in this set is the 24 seals. What are seals? Well, they look like stamps. They're even sticky on the back like a stamp. Or a sticker. What's the difference between a stamp and a sticker? I'm not really sure. And why did it take the stamp company so long to figure out that you didn't have to lick it to get it to stick to the envelope? Just make it a sticker. Okay, back to the Star Wars stamp collection. 24 Star Wars seals were inside this stamp collection. Now, before you leave in the comments and tell me what a seal is, I looked it up. Apparently, these are a sticker or stamp-like object that goes on the back of the envelope that seals the envelope shut. You know, when you lick the envelope, fold it down, you want to put a little extra stick on it, you use one of these seals. And on these seals, we got a lot of pictures from Star Wars. We got a dewback, we got the heroes, the villains, the droids, and ships. The sheet says it's $2, but as far as I can find out, this was only sold as part of the kit, so I can't understand why it has $2 on it. It also has a warning from R2-D2 that says, use your beep code. I couldn't really find out what a beep code was. And if you're a Star Wars vintage collector, that's something you might notice about these cards. A lot of them use the same picture that would be the card back for the Kenner action figure. As for the album itself, it's not even Star Wars related. Can you believe that? What a ripoff, right? The album with 50 pages to stick your stamps on, but they were all about space or space facts. They wasn't Star Wars. I would at least want to stick my stamps on something Star Wars related. Now let's talk about the stamps themselves. There was 35 stamps inside the set. And no, they wasn't Star Wars stamps. I know, you're thinking, Star Wars? Stamp Collector's Album? Has to have Star Wars stamps, right? No, these were official stamps by the US, so there were no Star Wars stamps. They were just cool looking stamps. Most of them was considered cancel stamps, meaning they wasn't in circulation anymore, and they did have a space theme. These were just normal stamps. Who knows, maybe you got lucky and opened it up and there was an inverted Jenny stamp inside. I'm not sure who's going to get that joke. Now this must not have sold well, as you can still buy this set in a box, still shrink wrapped, for just a little bit more than you paid for it back in 1978. And it seems the company itself was trying to unload these at a cheaper price. Here's an ad from Harris where you can get the set for under $2. Now the company will also sell 6 different seals packed by themselves. These will come with Star Wars seals only in those packs. It also would come with 10 Council Space Theme stamps and 30 stamp hinges. The font on these has Star Wars written in red, which was odd for its time, as normally you saw the Star Wars logo in white. It also uses a different font. Each set came with a different theme. There was Death Star, Tatooine, Tatooine Residence, spaceships, cantina scene, and Escape from Death Star. I'm not sure what it is about General Mills or maybe Lucasfilm of this era. They love to name stuff Escaping from Death Star. And it's never escaping from the Death Star. It's always Escape from Death Star. They love to escape from the Death Star. Now the really odd thing about these seals is they gave some odd names to some of the familiar faces. Well, I guess they wasn't familiar faces to us fans in 1978, but I still think they knew who these were, but they still gave them weird names. Like this one here that shows a picture of an X-Wing and a TIE fighter. It just reads Fighter Ship. Well, I guess you could say they didn't want to list both names, so they just came up with something generic. Fine, I give you that one. Well, what about this one of Hammerhead that says Gatorhead? Have you ever heard anywhere else that the Hammerhead character referred to as Gatorhead? Maybe they're talking about the other guy in the picture. Neither one of them looks like they have a gator head. And then there's the Tuscan Raider one that reads Sand Citizen. Yeah, you heard me right. Sand Citizen. What a very PC way to say sand person. I never once, except for this set here, ever heard of a Tuscan Raider or a sand person being referred to as a sand citizen. Anyway, that's the look at the Star Wars stamp collection by Harris. Did you know about this set? Now, like I said, this is pretty cheap to still get on eBay. I even saw it cheap on Amazon. So if you're into that early vintage stuff and you want something that's really affordable, check that out. I really like this. And if you can find it, although it's a lot harder to find than the set itself, get the display box. This is what it looked like. Very cool, right? This is how you would saw it in stores. I really love the look of this very early Star Wars merchandise. Well, like I said, that's a look at the Star Wars stamp collection. Do you collect stamps? If you do, I feel sorry for you, because I can't think of anything more boring to collect than stamps. Well, as always, please let me know in the comments below what you think about these Star Wars stamps. Did you get them as a kid? Do you get them as a collector? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know all that and more in the comments below. And as always, thumb up my video so I know thumb up this video so I know you like my content. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk again soon.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.